Welcome to the Built Different podcast. Let's get it.
Welcome everybody to the Built Different podcast. I am your host Thomas Saxby. I'm here with a special guest today, Gnarly Belvy with a G in the front.
Don't be like some of the randos on Xbox. Bro, them niggas see Gnarly Belvy, they'd be like, yo, G Gnarly over here.
G.
Like, what, are you kidding me?
But this is episode 4 of a different conversation, and this is definitely going to be a different conversation. This could end up being episode 2. There's a lot of technical stuff we're still figuring out over here in podcast land, but you are officially the first guest to be interviewed.
Yeah, I'm here for you guys.
The first one on a Built Different podcast getting interviewed. So, like, what do you got going on, man?
I'm not gonna hold you, like, I'm going through recovery right now from an accident in 2017. I got hit by a car. But, you know what I'm saying? That's why I sound crazy, like, you know what I'm saying? The left side of my body is fucked up, so, like, I just sound stupid as hell. Like, when I'm on, like...
You're good, man.
like, bro, when I'm on the Xbox parties and shit like that, I'll be randoms, and if I get into arguing with them, I'll be arguing with them. Like, I'll tell them suck a dick or some shit like that. Like, yo, this 12-year-old is telling me suck a dick. I'm like, first of all, I'm 26. I'll be like, yo, look at my profile. But that's the only reason why, like, I have an Xbox, like, in my gamer tag picture, whatever the fuck you call it. There's an actual picture of me, it's not an avatar, because when I talk to people, they're going to be like, oh, who's this kid? Ain't no fucking kid, I'm 26 years old.
Well, like, what you got going on? You got anything coming up? You got anything going on in life interesting? Or?
Well, they're just, like, you know what I'm saying, like, Thursday, the 1st, my brother's coming out of jail.
There you go.
So excited for him. I'm excited for him. And, I've been waiting to get on this kind of podcast for so long. Like, probably because I'm built different, I don't know, but...
It only makes sense, right?
It only
makes sense. So, you know, and you said you had your daughter's birthday coming up too, right?
Oh, yeah.
How old is she turning?
She's turning, it's crazy. I'm like I told you, I'm 26.
Yeah.
I'm going to be 27 in October 13th, the Labor game.
Oh, wow.
But, I had, not me, but, you know what I'm saying, my first baby mother, I have 2 baby mothers. Don't listen to me. But I have 2 baby mothers, and my first baby was born when I was 16, and I'm 26. So, September 3rd, on Saturday, she's going to be 10 years old. I've been a dad for 10 years. That's really fucking crazy.
That's a really long time to be a dad.
It's a really fucking long time.
Because my daughter's turning 3 in November, but 10, that is a long time to be a dad.
I've been doing this dad shit for a while.
Isn't it, like, crazy when you see, like, your daughter, like, being this old, like, 10? Bro. Isn't it? It's just, like, crazy every time. Because every time I see her, not gonna lie, and it's probably because, obviously, I share her with her mom, and every time I see her after getting her again, it's just like, wow.
Right?
You're older. You exist. It's crazy.
It's just crazier when, like, you see, like, obviously, since when you see them, like, every week or whatever. But, like, when they come every other week or whatever, it's, like, they learn something new and you're just in your head, like, wow, you're really growing up. Like, you were just a kid.
So, we talked about everything going on. Okay.
Oh, my daughter's turning 10 on September 3rd. I'm 26. And my birthday's October 13th, so it's like, I've really been doing this dad shit for 10 years.
10 years. You're a vet.
I wouldn't even say I'm a vet. Like, literally, like, every time I'm with her, like, I learned so much about being a dad just by being with her. My oldest daughter.
Yeah.
Like, I learned so much about myself, and I learn about her every time I'm with her. Like she'll be making food or something, and literally I'd be in my head like, I used to do that for you. Why are you growing up?
Right.
I'm losing my baby. Like, you gotta relax.
The whole growing up thing, yeah. I mean, because my daughter, she's, again, like I said, she's about to be 3, and herself, like, she's starting to do stuff, and it's just like, wow, man, why? Yeah, we could put that more closer to you. Because we just knocked over the mic and everything. So... yeah, man. So tell me, what was life like before? Let's dig right in. We're gonna dig deep because, as you said, we're built different. So, what? Take me back to life before the accident. What was that like? What was the everyday life for Belvy like before everything changed, obviously?
Well, all throughout my life, like, up until my accident, I was always known as DK. Like, it's crazy, like, a lot of people don't know that. I'm Belvy now. Like, everyone that knows me as Belvy now, that remembers the DK, they're like, it's like crazy, because usually you don't ever, like, for me, like, if I call you, like, Tommy, like, all your life, and then
Yeah.
then I start calling you Tom, it feels different.
Or like Thomas, just
Yeah, it's like, yo.
yeah, I got you. So like, what was your normal life like before like everything changed? Like, what was the average day?
I'm not even gonna hold you, like, me recovering right now is a learning experience. Like, I'm learning so much more about myself. Like, before I was younger, I was, I was selling stuff, and literally, like, it was like the cool thing to do and the easy way to get money, so, like, and
Belvy was a drug seller, a drug pusher? Okay.
and it's crazy because, like, doing that, it was like, I was getting paid doing it, having fun, taking care of my kids and everything. I have 3 kids, by the way, and I was doing it, like, literally, like, no drug dealer will, like want to admit this, or whatever, will want to admit this, but, like, literally, selling drugs it's so fun, like, it's just so fun. Like,
Yeah,
literally,
you're
you're
right.
always, like, you're just chilling, like, you could having a great time, like a great time, somebody hit you, like, yo, I need this, you're gonna leave that great time for a second, or you're gonna find some way to get them whatever you're given, like butter or something like that. If you're busy, like, at a graduation or some shit, your kid graduation, and somebody needs some weight, literally, you just hit your friend up.
Some weight. I love that. So that was basically your life before, you're working.
Actually, no, I'm bugging. I'm skipping the whole first part. Like, right now, I'm in the middle of, like, I feel like you divide your life, and right now I have life divided in 3 parts. The younger Belvy, just trying to get his name up for, I don't even know why I was doing that, but trying to get my name up. Then I had I had my first daughter, and, like, literally, like, she was, like, she taught me how to be a dad. Like, I'm saying, I started
I
young.
understand that, yeah.
She, like, taught me how to be a dad. Like,
You kind of grew up with your daughter.
yeah, like, yeah.
Yeah.
Like, you're watching your daughter grow up, but she's watching you grow up at the same time. It's just, like, it's great.
Yeah, man, for sure. So let's kind of fast forward a little bit to the day of. Take me through that day of the accident.
Yeah, I'm not even gonna lie to you, bro. Like, I hate getting that question because I get it all the time. I don't remember any of that.
Like even before.
Like, I remember, like, living where I was living, what I was doing every day, this and that.
But like that day.
and everything, like around it, like, I don't remember it at all. Like, I just
Did a
don't-
doctor ever explain like why, or
I don't know.
have you ever brought that up to like your doctor to?
I'm diagnosed with a TBI, temporary brain injury.
Jesus.
That's what I've had this whole time.
So how do other people explain it to you? Like that day.
I'm not even gonna hold you. Like, nobody could say anything because I wasn't talking to anybody at the time. It was me and my baby mother at the time. Like, I was living together, like, living like one day by one day. I'm not really talking to anybody. I'm just living with her, doing what I have to do. Like I'm saying, like, I was too focused on making sure she was happy, making sure I was happy. So, like, during that time, I was focused on that and getting money. I'm still in the mindset of I need to make money. So, yeah.
Yeah, man, for sure. And do you ever sit back and wonder like what actually happened that day? Like, do you ever like have those thoughts, like wanting to know what happened, or is it kind of just like that happened? Fuck that.
To be honest,
even
like,
care.
that's what I dead eyes don't care. Like,
Yeah, just like it happened. So fuck.
it happened. I'm just taking life one day by one day, and I've been doing pretty well. As of lately, I've been so happy. Like, so
Good.
I'm just keeping doing what I'm doing. Like, I got through the darkest time. Like, I was depressed for 4 years. And I literally just broke out of that since the beginning of this year. Like, literally,
That's huge.
like, bro, like, I want to say last 2 years, I was, like, always thinking suicide. Like, it was suicide. But I was always against suicide because one of my best friends that passed away, Army Panda, I'm saying she did suicide, so I don't really play with suicide like that. But I was feeling so suicidal for 2 years. I was so depressed. And, like, literally, I'm just so happy now. It's great.
Yeah, man. You remember the day you woke up from everything?
When I woke up from the hospital? In the hospital? Yeah, I remember that day. But that's all I remember. I remember, like, a week before that.
So what was that like? Like that very first day you woke up?
Yeah, I remember when I first woke up, I was in my head like, fuck, where am I?
The fuck?
I remember the first thing I did when I woke up. I woke up and I was like, fuck am I, yo. My brother was sitting in the room, in the hospital room while I was in the bed. Like, he would just come there and just, even though I was unconscious for a while, he would literally just live at the hospital in my room with me. So, yeah.
And it was just like, what the fuck?
Bro, like,
Who was the first person that kind of like...
that's why I brought him up, was because when I woke up, I was so out of it. He had his head down sleeping, like Sam Ling over there.
Yeah.
And I'm looking as I'm just now waking up, and I see my brother put his head down, sleeping.
That's probably a crazy scene to wake up to.
Yeah, but no, like, I was just in my head like, where the fuck am I? And I seen that, I was like, what is he doing there? But yo, I didn't know who he was at first.
Yeah.
Bro, because in my head before before my accident, I thought he only had short hair. I woke up and there was a long haired nigga just sitting down with the hair covering his face. I was like, I don't know him. He looked up and he was like, you don't know me? I was like, oh shit, it's Robin, because he said something. I was like, that was my first thought waking up from this accident. I remember that shit clear as day.
So, wow, that was a crazy hit.
Yo,
There you go, man.
I hope you can do like, yo, she rose the lunch really well. Like, it's been something for a while, but yo, still got that one, so you know what I'm saying?
Oh, man, I know. So, I assume your brother was the first one to kind of be like, you know, this is what happened, this is why you're here. Or like, did he was just like, kind of just chilling until someone else explained?
Bro, I was just chilling. Like, I didn't know what was happening. Like,
Yeah.
I thought it was that.
So maybe your brother thought like you already knew like what happened or some shit.
I had no
like
idea
that.
when I woke up right away. Like, no idea. I didn't even know I couldn't walk. Remember, I was gonna get up to forgot what I was gonna do to get up from the hospital bed, and I just couldn't walk. I was like, what the fuck is going on?
What is happening? Yeah. So like, who was that person that kind of was just like, this is what happened, and then like, what was your reaction? Like to like, wow, like that happened. That's
Honestly,
nuts.
like, I can't say it's one person. It's like everyone I talk to, like, I always hear something to add on to the story, so I keep having.
And you don't even remember
Yeah.
like what happened. So you're getting all these. Are you getting like a whole bunch of different versions of what happened, or it was just people just adding onto it?
The thing is, like, I can tell when, like, something is not true. Like, some, like, niggas will randomly to be like, oh, you remember we used to do that? I was like, in my head, like,
Fuck.
I know I damn well never did that.
Yeah, and that's definitely gonna be. Honestly, we can dig into that right now. Like, how was that? Like, you know, I know you kind of mention it from time to time on Facebook from your posts. Like the fake love, the real, like, how did you distinguish? Well, obviously, you know, you're saying now that some people were just saying whatever, but like, how was that? Like, I'm pretty sure like your trust had to be like on, like, you know what I mean? Like, it was kind of really hard to trust people.
Yeah, I'm not gonna hold you. I'm saying I woke up and I was with my baby mother for a while, and when we broke up, when I first heard that, you know what I'm saying, like, she's basically moved on, I was like, man, I was shocked. I was like, because I was, you know what I'm saying, I still couldn't walk or anything yet.
Right.
I was still in the bed. I couldn't move. Basically, like, obviously I could move, but I couldn't, like, walk anywhere. So this is like big, like me walking, doing everything. Bro, it's been a long 4 years.
For sure,
And I'm just
sure.
glad it is where it is right now. Like, I don't have to wake up to the past. I'm just literally just in the present. And I'm happy as hell right now.
Dude, I love that for you for sure. Because I can only imagine, like, after it happened and you kind of like you just said, you're kind of just coming to the realization that this is life now.
Mm-hmm.
Like, so those days, let's say like the first like year, for example, like how like was, because I assume like your rehabilitation was obviously a long time.
Yeah, bro, it's been, like I said, it's been 4 years. And
Yeah.
I was depressed for all 4 years up until the beginning of this year. Because I finally got a job so I could finally leave the house, get money, and actually do whatever I want to do. And it's like, it's been a long 4 years, but I'm glad out of the 4 years since my accident, I am where I am today, at least. So I keep going forward and everything is so much better than it was before.
Right.
Like, it's been a hard process, but I went through it, and I'm just happy that I am where I am right now. Like, when I'm going through life, like I'm saying, I couldn't walk before. I'm doing whatever I want. I'm walking wherever I want.
So what kept you positive? Like what kept you in it? Like what kept you? Because I haven't gone through what you've gone through, but on the whole depression side of it, I get how that can be, and I get how it can be for a long time. Like what got you through? Like what kept you motivated? What kept you pushing?
It was really bad. Like I said, these 4 years. Like, it's been the hardest 4 years. Oh, I'm so sorry. Like, it's been the longest 4 years, but like it's been a hard 4 years. But I am glad that I'm waking up now. So this is after the 4 years now. Like, I'm happy, I'm getting money. Like, I'm just so happy now compared to what I was. Out of the 4 years, it's been hard as hell. But like,
What got you through? What kept you moving? What kept you pushing?
I was all my kids, and I was always just working and getting better, like on myself every day. Like, it's just a really slow process, but I worked hard through it, and I am where I am today. I'm so much better now.
Dude, hell yeah! I definitely love to hear that, cause like I always say, what I've always admired about everything. Obviously I've been an observer for this long, because we've only really known each other on Facebook for a while. So I've just been observing the whole thing, and it's like from the outsider's view, it's like me. And it's interesting because for me, I've come to terms with, oh shit. No,
You can still talk.
yeah. I mean, I've come to terms with the fact that I can be mentally weak. So if I was ever to be in your shoes, I feel like I would have went crazy. Like I don't know. It's seeing situations like that, it'll kind of help you appreciate your life just like a little bit more. Like, it can always, be worse. And then there's someone that is in a worse situation that's thriving and like making it through. That's definitely huge. And it teaches you a lot about yourself when you see people go through shit.
Yeah.
And like, that's what's always been inspiring about me, is that even though you went through all that, you still remain this really nice, genuine person. And then it's kind of like, that's why I asked the question, like, how did you remain just nice and just, genuine and not like mad at, because me, like I said, mentally weak, I feel like I definitely would have been really mad at the world like the entire way through.
Literally, like, I'm not even gonna lie to you. It's been a long 4 years, like I've said, but like, literally, like, I'm just happy as hell doing whatever now.
Yeah,
Like, it's nothing like before.
for sure. And by the way, you can, that blunt is yours, man.
Are you good on it?
Yeah, I'm definitely good on that. Yeah, because I got to drive and shit after. So, fatherhood. Let's dig in a little bit into that, because we're both fathers. We're both dads. How is that? How's that changed? How's that gone? How is it? Fatherhood, man.
Basically, I became a dad when I was 16. So it's like I had to grow up fast, like fast as hell. So literally, I'm just growing with my daughter. So like, as I grow, she's growing. She's about to be 10 on the 3rd, like I said before. So it's like, I literally was been growing up with my daughter. So it's been great having her by me. So as she grows, getting smarter, it shows me that I'm growing. So watching her it's always good to be around my daughter. So she just always keeps me happy.
Yeah, for sure. That's definitely deep. And you said you have a second one, right? You have 2 daughters?
I have 3.
Oh, you have 3. Okay, so you have 3 daughters, 2 baby moms.
Yeah.
So like, tell me about the other 2. Because I know, the one, the 10-year-old, obviously the oldest one that you've grown up with. How was it then integrating 2 more kids into your life? Because let me tell you, man, I got one. Like I said, I got one. I'm so close to saying that I'm one and done. Because, like, 1 is a lot for me.
Yeah.
I can only imagine 3.
It's tough.
I always admire anyone that has more than 1 kid because I'm just like, 1 is very crazy.
Oh my, were we passing it?
But I'm done with that. It's a lot of kids, man.
It's a lot of kids.
Yeah, you can just throw it in the. Yeah. So, 3 kids. Obviously, you said you grew up with your first one.
Mm-hmm.
Like I said, having 1 is more than enough for me right now, and I feel like if I had 2, I'd lose my mind. So, what was it like having 2 more now? And just like that's crazy. Just having more than 1 kid, it's just a crazy thought of mine.
Yeah, bro. So. Oh wait, you have my phone, right?
Yeah.
Like I was gonna show. I don't know if I showed you, but two of my daughters.
Yeah.
So I'm saying, like, literally I watched them grow, and I've had that picture for years. So watching, like, looking at that picture and looking at my kids now, they show me that I'm really getting old as hell. It's really going fast, but like I've been here for a while.
Yeah. That's the crazy because like I'm 24, so I'm obviously younger.
I'm like 26,
Yeah.
27.
27, yeah. It's weird having been on Earth this long. Like it's a weird like existential thing that I have. Like it's weird being this age. Like yeah, I'm old now. Like I'm a full adult. I'm not even a young adult anymore. I'm just an adult. No young to it, no old to it. You're just an adult.
Yeah. Like, it's mad fun. The kids always want to be adults.
And then you get there and it's just like, fuck.
Like, I didn't think it was going to be like this.
Right. For sure. So you said you have 2 baby moms, right? And this was a topic that you wanted me to bring up. And I thought it was a funny one because I have a baby mom. And it is handful from time to time having a baby mom, but 2 baby moms, like, talk to me about some baby mama drama, man.
First, like it's crazy, like we didn't, like, me and Sandra, I was with her for my accident. Then, like, when after my accident, we broke up, me and my second baby mother, and all of a sudden, like, her and my first baby mother are friends, and I'm like, oh shit, all right.
It's time.
I was like, yo, this is tough.
Yeah, man. Baby mama drama.
It's not fun drama.
It's not at all.
It's just not.
It's not, yeah. So, I mean, in general, yeah, I get it, but damn, 2 baby moms, man, that's what I'm going to have to deal with when I have, obviously my next child.
Yeah.
When and if that happens, then I'll have 2 baby moms. Or maybe the second one won't be a baby mom. Maybe she'll be a wife.
We all hope.
That's the hope, right? That's the hope. For sure. So how has, love life been?
I
How's
used to
that?
be desperate before, but now like I've been happy since February. Like I just don't care about having a girlfriend. I'd rather just stay single and get money. Like I'll be happy like that.
Stay single, get money. How do you live with like that? Like, do you ever get like urges like I want to be in a relationship?
No, because really I'm building myself right now. So like I don't want to be building with anybody else because like
That's a good concept, and not a lot of people understand. Yeah, talk a little bit more about that.
what do you mean?
Like the ability to kind of reject relationships and reject that to continue building towards yourself, because not a lot of people like basically understand that. Like, I'm building myself, so I don't need that right now.
Like I can't really afford to have a girlfriend because I'm building myself. I can't help build us. You know what I'm saying? Me and her help us if I'm building myself right now. So I don't want to deal with that. So I've been single and I've been staying happy as hell. It's just can't want being single.
I love that. Yeah, for sure. That's definitely deep. And we kind of talked about it, before this, and you've kind of talked about this a lot. But I think we need to sit here and establish that Michael Jordan is better than LeBron James.
It just doesn't.
I think it's time, like, in front of the world here,
It just doesn't make sense.
that we tell the
LeBron is literally scored a triple double in career total points, rebounds, and assists. Like he's 36, I think. 30.
Yeah, he's an old man. I think he's like 38, 37, 38.
I forgot how many points he has, but he's like literally, he's gonna pass it this.
Oh, he's gonna pass Kareem this year. Yeah.
This year, so.
But I mean, I don't know, man. He loses a lot. I don't know. LeBron's a loser, man.
Nah, LeBron always makes it to the finals, though. He goes to lose, like in style.
Yeah, but I mean, it's like you think about certain things, and it's like, Michael Jordan won 6 championships, right? 6. Didn't lose one.
But how many with Pippen, though?
Huh?
How many without Pippen?
So that's the thing, is like, how can you use Scottie Pippen as any argument in that? It's not Michael Jordan's fault that he was just drafted. I mean, how many did LeBron win before he had a sidekick?
But like the thing is, like no matter where LeBron was,
Kobe win? It took him a while after he lost Shaq to win again.
But he did it.
And then he got, Pau Gasol and him started working really well together.
Back to back, right?
Yeah. So I mean, it's fair to say, but at the same time, if you take Michael Jordan out of that situation, that team is probably the very worst team in the whole entire league.
No, I wouldn't say the very worst, but there would be nothing like that.
Yeah, but at least without Pippen, they always had a shot. Maybe if they had Rodman without Pippen, I don't know. Maybe they still win. Maybe that's a crazy thought.
I think they did 3 years in a row, but then you had 3 years with Rodman.
No, yeah, I mean like with Rodman, but without Pippen.
I don't.
That's a weird thought.
Yeah, I don't know.
I mean, but Michael Jordan's better though.
It just doesn't make sense to me.
Well, why not?
Like,
I mean, Michael Jordan's won 6 rings, and okay, LeBron's been to the finals more and done everything more, but why is it taking... you realize that if LeBron does get to 6, it would have taken like 13 or 14 tries to get 6, when it took Jordan 6 times to get 6. That's crazy. Of course LeBron's going to have more stats. That's my thing.
But it's he's just been so consistent. He's averaging the most... Not averaging, he has the most scoring 10 plus or more in a game. There's years on that record that LeBron is still holding to this day.
Right, and that's what I'm saying, longevity. But that's what separates LeBron from the rest. But we can both agree it's either Jordan or LeBron, right?
No, it's...
We can agree, but you can agree that's the argument. Nobody else, right? We can
Kobe's
agree on
definitely number 3 for me.
Right, and same. So he's number 3 for me too. So when it comes to LeBron and Jordan, what separates Jordan from everybody else was his winning.
Yeah.
What separates LeBron from everybody else is his longevity.
Yeah.
But for me, LeBron's a fucking loser. So our GOAT is gonna be the guy that just lost a whole bunch.
Definitely.
I love it. But then, so if Kobe is both of our number threes, who's your number four? Because I got Kareem.
Wait, Magic.
You had Magic number four. Why is Magic number four, not Kareem?
It's because he was the facilitator, he's the point guard. The offense ran through him.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, Kareem was the star, but Magic was facilitating the star and everyone else. You can tell that he's the best passer ever, Mitch Young. So it's like, it's all. And I forgot what we were talking about, Manhattans.
So you had Magic number four. Here, you could take yours. So I mean, I have Kareem at number four. Just because, you know, he's Kareem.
I got Shaq number 5.
You got Shaq.
Number four, my bad.
You have Shaq number four?
I'm bugging out. I'm bringing this shit completely wrong. Wrong. MJ, Kobe, Magic, Shaq. That's what top
So you
five.
have Shaq number 5. Why is Shaq number 5?
Because he won 3 in a row. Like, well, it was him. Like, he's had monster games. Like, no one could stop him. He was getting 3-peats and shit. Like, I ain't know, he was fresh and he was like on the Celtics and the Cavs when he was old. But yo, in his prime, boy.
Yeah, he was definitely unstoppable. So I have number 5. I have Steph.
Really? Like,
Yeah. The reason why I say that is because when I look at my top 5 and the way I have it, it's Jordan and LeBron realistically to me are tied. Like if I'm giving you a realistic point of view of mine. But I'll say Jordan first, then LeBron second, then Kobe third, then Kareem fourth, and then Steph fifth. Because I think that just tells the story of basketball, those 5. Because honestly, this generation, it's Steph's.
yeah, I mean.
And that's another issue with LeBron that I have. When it was Jordan's time, it was Jordan's time and nobody else's. But Steph it's his generation. I don't think we can deny that.
Or like, basically, I mean, actually, yeah, it is Steph's generation because everyone's shooting from the parking lot now.
Yeah.
No matter who it is, they're shooting from the parking lot because of him.
Flipped the game upside down, yeah. So that's why I say it's his generation, which is why, like, you know, LeBron, I can't say he's the GOAT because how do you let someone else, you know, like, this should be LeBron's league, not Steph's league. But it's Steph's league.
The thing is, like, Curry won 2 chips because of KD. The first chip, like, he did win the finals MVP, but
you just said that Steph won his 2 chips because of KD, right? I want you to keep that thought.
definitely.
Okay. So KD's rings, are they fraudulent?
Definitely.
Why?
What do you mean? It was,
You just said
it's
Steph.
4 Hall of Famers on one team.
No, right, but Steph just won 2 rings because of KD. But like, isn't the argument that KD went to a 73-9 team that they didn't need KD?
Oh yeah, they definitely didn't. KD still went there.
Right. So I think a good argument is that I think the Warriors would have won without KD.
I don't know. I feel like LeBron and Kyrie would have had a chance.
I mean, Kyrie left.
Yeah, but I'm talking about if KD never went there,
Yeah.
it would have been them going back and forth, but it would have been LeBron with Love and Kyrie.
But still, it's Steph's generation, though.
It's not. It's
It is.
because
He's breaking all these records. He had the 2
Steph's in Hall of Fame
MVPs.
4. Like,
What?
his starting 4 with KD was a Hall of Fame.
But I mean,
starting
also
4.
a fair point to say is that Clay and Draymond Green are Hall of Famers because of Steph.
Well, I mean, yeah, actually, yeah, definitely.
Because if Steph's not in this scenario at all, I don't think the Warriors pop off the way they do. Because they needed him to elevate his game to get to the level that they got to.
Yeah, but like Steph was always gonna do that, and he's just been like.
But do you think Draymond Green is a Hall of Famer if he didn't win any championships? If he was this good but no championships, is he a Hall of Famer? No, right?
No.
If Klay Thompson is this good but with no championships, now he has 2 years of injury. Is he a Hall of
Clay is
Famer?
different because he holds records like.
Yeah, for sure. But I mean, I think without any championships and missing those 2 years,
60 points in 3 quarters.
yeah.
14 threes in the game.
Do you think he's that good if Steph is not that good though?
I have Clay as the best shooter.
Of all time?
No.
Oh, better than Steph?
No, Steph is the best shooter, but Clay always gets his spots, like, better, I would say.
Yeah, but
Because he can guard the 4,
do you
so
think
he's used to that pressure.
if Steph wasn't that good, right, do you think Clay would have been able to be that good?
No.
So that's like my whole argument that like Steph is, even if they got KD, I think even with KD they needed Steph. KD
Bro.
was the one, and this is the first time I'll admit this, KD was the one that got to sit in the background and just dominate.
He literally did that, though.
No, yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yeah, that's a very fair point. But Steph, I mean, he was the one taking all the doubles, taking the
Bro, but it was literally 3 people, like, where the team doesn't know who to guard. It was literally
which
Stephen Curry, Klay Thompson, or KD.
but at the same
Who the
time,
fuck do you want
like I
to
said,
guard?
if it wasn't for Steph, they don't even get KD in the first place. They wouldn't have even been that team to be in a position to land KD.
Yeah, but KD's just, he's not a leader, so you got to go on a team where you got to go on a team where he's a follower, which is the Warriors. Like, yeah, you won the Finals MVP, but he joined Steph's team. So, like, yeah, his name holds, I have him as the 3rd best player in the league right now, KD.
Is he a Hall of Famer?
Yeah, definitely.
All right, good.
Definitely.
I thought you were gonna say here he's not a Hall of Famer.
That doesn't make sense, definitely.
Where we at? I think we're at 5, and I had Steph. So number 6 for me is where Magic comes in, and then 7 is Larry Bird.
6 is Kareem.
Kareem outside of your top 5 is
7
tough.
is Duncan.
So Shaq better than Kareem.
Yeah.
Wow. And who was 7? Duncan?
Yep.
How crazy am I to not even have him in my top 10?
He's the best power forward of all time. Giannis is the best. He's going to come the 2nd best power forward of all
I
time.
don't know, I think Giannis will end up better than Tim Duncan.
I don't think so.
Giannis has done it without a system, without a good system around him. I mean, I'm not saying, and again, I don't want anyone to think my opinion on Tim Duncan is because of the Spurs. No, he was a dog. Tim Duncan he's 11th on my list.
Bro,
Yeah.
I think it's crazy that he's not like your top 5, but he's at 7. I mean, top 5.
I just think like it's that Spurs system is what ultimately got them 5 championships.
But it functioned through him.
Right. Yeah, that's very fair. But I don't know, man. He's overrated a little bit.
Who is?
Tim Duncan.
Bro, that guy has a great winning percentage of a career. His actual career, like...
Yeah, but like that winning percentage was because he was in that unstoppable.
Like, he's 5-1. He's 5-1 in the finals.
Right. And
He won 6 times and won 5, so he's
But, like,
solidified.
it's weird, and the difference, because I know some people might call me a hypocrite because
Like,
I
his
said,
only loss was to LeBron. Didn't mean to cut you off.
yeah,
He's
but
5-1 in the finals. Like, he would be, like, if it wasn't for LeBron, like, he would have been
that's what I mean.
6-0
Like,
in the finals with only Michael Jordan.
well, to be a top 11 player of all time is still pretty impressive. That's above a lot of people. But for me, I mean, it's just the fact that, yeah, he was a dog, he was a top player, but that system was nuts. That Spurs system, that entire, their offense, their defense, that was insane. But I don't think that was all because of Tim Duncan. I think a lot of it was to Pop and his.
No, my thing was, yeah, I agree it was Pop, but it was like, Pop didn't have to, like, second guess anything. Like,
With Tim Duncan, yeah.
yeah, he'd come over the game plan, and, like, Tim Duncan was already, like, planning on doing that.
Yeah.
Like, he's a genius.
For sure. So I think number 8, I had Wilt. Number 9, I had Shaq. And number 10, I had Kevin Durant.
What? What? Isn't
Just
top
to
10
piss-
of all time?
Just to piss you off.
What?
Yeah, because I mean, when you look at it, I think we judge all of our lists. I judge my list anyway with the combination of his career combined with what he's done for the game, combined with his talent. And I think talent alone with Kevin Durant separate. I mean, a lot of people will sit here and say that he might be the most talented player of all time just because of how tall he is and how greatly he can shoot.
No, he's honestly he's like literally a 7-footer shooting threes, lights out.
And it's not lights
can't
out.
stop him.
Handle is great.
You can't
He's
stop him.
fast. He can dominate. So that's for me that and what he's done for the game. Honestly, it can be argued that he was a good. And you know, we had Dirk and we had other people at the stretch big spot, but a true stretch big, I think he has done a lot for that part of the game. So I put him top 10, and then he's a 2-time champion. He's a 2-time Finals MVP. 2-time, I believe, scoring champion. He's won that twice.
Well,
Kevin Durant, MVP. Just a big part of the game. Very huge part of the game.
I definitely don't have KD there. What number are we on?
Oh, I said the rest of my top 10.
Oh, all right.
Because I had Wilt number 8, Shaq number 9, and I had Kevin Durant 10th just to piss you off.
There's no way. There's no way he can't carry his team to a championship.
But I thought you said he carried Steph for the 2 rings.
Yeah, he needed all the backup though. Like all the backup.
But if he carried Steph.
No, he basically.
I gotcha.
If you gotta bury a grave like 6 feet deep, if shit was already like 5 feet down and you need one more foot.
Yeah.
It was like no work for him to do that.
For sure.
Bro, like before KD went there, they were a 7-3-9 team. Why would you go there?
So you're telling me you wouldn't have done that?
What?
You wouldn't have made that decision?
No.
I would have.
Why?
Because, I mean, you're Kevin Durant, and you're literally, it's like you're presented with, okay, you have this opportunity to go home, stay home, and continue to choke with Russell Westbrook, right? Then...
Bro, I don't fault him for that ever since Westbrook played for the Lakers last year, bro. Bro, Westbrook is the worst NBA player, bro. That's how I feel about that.
Yeah, but my thing is, like, I would have done it because then you have a team that was just 73-9, they lost, and it's basically guaranteed championship.
It's only because LeBron was a genius and got Draymond.
When LeBron went to Miami, he went to Miami because it was a guarantee.
When he got Draymond suspended, like, he wasn't using basketball logic, he was using, like, literally pissing him off in the finals, and he got Draymond suspended for game 5, I think.
Yeah, he was supposed to be suspended after he kicked Steven Adams in the nuts.
Bro, yeah, bro, that was crazy.
He didn't get a technical for that.
That is just crazy.
Which is why, I don't know, I think it's a little fixed because then he got it against LeBron, I'm just saying. But, yeah, man. So what are some of your final thoughts?
What?
Podcast, everything.
Bro, I'm waiting on doing a podcast since, like, forever. Like, I've always seen these shits on fucking, YouTube and shit, and I was like, it'd be cool if I ever got one. And now I want one.
There you go, man. Yeah, it was definitely a pleasure having you. It was a pleasure, digging into your mind a little bit. Definitely think we might need an episode, another episode here to keep, digging and keep talking because I think you definitely have a story to tell that more people should definitely
Yo,
hear.
but wait, hold on. Before we get out of here, I had to share this one thing because I could brag about this now.
Why do you hate the Celtics so much?
Oh my god, Sean asked me that too. He wanted to answer that. Bro, they're just like...
They're just
They're
trash.
just talking mad tough. When I was talking before, like, no, I was talking about, like, I hated them before, like, with, Ray Allen and them on the Celtics. I hated them back then.
Yeah, I don't like just Paul Pierce. I
don't like Paul Pierce.
Paul Pierce is a goofball. Imagine being a fan of Paul Pierce.
Bro, like, what are you going to brag about? The one chip he got, what was it, 2008?
Yeah, and then the 17 that they got with Bill. Yeah. Final thoughts? Anything that you want to say?
Oh, wait,
before we get out of here?
so, like, since 2K came out last year, 2K22, because, 2K23 is going on in, like, a week. But yeah, when I first started playing the game, when I came back from my accident, I was really bad depressed just playing the game. And I started 2K23, and like I was sad up until February. Like I told you, I'm not happy. My win percentage went up crazy. Like I was like think about this. Before I got my job in February, my win percentage was 38%, which is really fucking bad.
Damn.
Really fucking bad. That's 608 since 992.
Jesus.
But like I've been happy since February. I'm like winning it. Like now, like before I was at a 38% win, but since I got my job and happy, I have a 72% win
72% win.
and a 52 to 378.
There you go.
Like so, I've just been happy as hell playing the game because I'm really a shooter. I used to play I used to be a 61.8% 3-point shooter, and one of my niggas told me to put on real player percentage. I didn't really know what it was, and I put it on for 2 months. That is the worst shit ever. I used to shoot 61.8% from 3. Then I put on real player, and then I started shooting 61.4. So I was like, fuck, I have to make other builds because I know I can shoot. So I made like glass skins and shit that could shoot. So literally, like my 3-point percentage stays over 60 since before. I really shoot like on TikTok, Gnarly Belvy. You should put that somewhere. Yeah, on TikTok you can see my 2K clips. I make videos and shit. Boy, I got some clips. I've had a 38 win percentage before, so I've been happy I have a 72 win percentage since then. 72% is fucking valid.
Hell yeah, man. That's definitely for sure. But yeah, man, it was a pleasure having you. Definitely first interviewed guest on the Build Different podcast. Definitely like, follow, subscribe. We're going to have a lot more heat.
Gnarly Belvy.
Yep, subscribe to Gnarly Belvy. And, this was definitely a blast.
TikTok
Man.
especially.
Yes, have a good night, everyone. Thank you for watching.